Hey everybody, it's KB from that KB and Hambone show. As you guys know, I recently put out a post on Facebook about doing a little question and answer episode with Hambone. Now, I hid the post from Hambone so he doesn't know these questions we're about to ask. You guys sent a lot of good questions in, and I'm excited to see his answers. Since me and Hambone are both pretty busy guys, being dads and working all the time, and this and that and another, we're going to do this via Skype. So, let me call him up real quick. Hey, Hambone, what's going on, man? Doing all right?
Hey, buddy, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine as a 69, brother. Appreciate you asking.
Awesome.
Hey, we're going to do an episode. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. Put out a post on Facebook recently you didn't know about because I had you blocked from it. But I got a lot of good questions for you, so let's have a lot of good answers, all right?
Yeah, man, I'm always ready to answer some questions. Bring them on. Bring them on.
Hey, man, our first question comes to you from a viewer out of Grundy, Virginia. They want to know what it's like working with KB.
Well, what's it like working with KB? I don't know. I guess all I can say to that is picture yourself drowning and somebody hands you a cinder block. That's kind of what it's like working with KB. You better have a strong back because you're going to be carrying him all night.
Carrying me? What the hell are you talking about? I'm the best damn worker there is. Alright, Hambone. Your answers are a little bizarre so far. Anyway, I'm still going to ask these questions. People ask for them, they're going to get them. Next question comes from Oakwood, Virginia. They want to know where's KB's birthmark at.
Well, that's kind of a strange question, but for those of you that do want to know where KB's birthmark is, it's to his left. Like if you're looking at him, it'll be to your right. It's a small birthmark. It's right beside his vagina.
That's a damn lie. I don't have no vagina. Our next question comes from a viewer in West Virginia. Wild West Virginia people. Only someone from West Virginia would ask, what kind of underwear do you wear? If you wear any at all, I guess.
Underwear, okay. I wear boxer briefs, Hanes brand, usually black or gray. They're quite comfortable. I have tried granny panties before. I had to stay over at KB's house one night after drinking too much, and I didn't have any clean underwear the next day, and all he had was granny panties. They were dirty too, but I tried them, and they were very uncomfortable.
First of all, that's true. You did come over to my house, and you did find some granny panties, and you wore them. But here's the deal. They wasn't like they were my granny panties. The grannies I have over late at night are G-MILFs. You had some of their panties on. Get you some of that, Jack. Alright, man. Our next question comes from a guy from the great state of Minnesota. That's right. From the cold, cold north. Well, he wants to know, was Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog?
What, was Mickey Mouse a cat or a dog? Trick question. Mickey Mouse was actually a mouse. I guess if you had to characterize him to be either a cat or a dog, if he was not a mouse, I'd have to say a dog. Kind of like myself, a protector, steadfast. I bark whenever anybody comes to the door. KB, on the other hand, is more like a cat, and it's not because he's cute and cuddly. It's just because most people call him a pussy.
You know, that's real cute, Chris. That's real cute. But when you mentioned something about a mouse, I thought you were going to talk about your mouse. Alright, Chris. Our next question comes from a viewer over in Roanoke County, just across the valley. They want to know, what was your favorite kind of lip gloss when you kissed a girl? I'm assuming they mean the kind of lip gloss a girl had on, or maybe the lip gloss that you wore. Either way, answer how you please.
Well, as far as lip gloss flavor goes, for kissing girls, when I was younger, I guess it didn't really matter because it all kind of tasted like vodka to me.
All right, Chris. We got a question from a viewer in Jolo, West Virginia. They want to know if you can tell us a little bit about your first girlfriend, maybe her name and some details.
Well, the name of my first girlfriend, I mean, that's hard to say. I had a lot of girlfriends, casual girlfriends. We'd go out and hang out and stuff. But I have to say, I guess the very first girl I was serious about, her name was Karine. And this was a girl I knew up in Quebec. And, it was a good relationship. It lasted a little while. I was 17, she was 16. Then I turned 18, she was still 16, and it just started getting a little weird for me at that point. So, I mean, we just kind of went our separate ways, but it was fun while it lasted, and I cared about her a lot, and she's a great girl. From what I understand now, she's married, has kids of her own, and, I hope she's doing well.
Whoa, wait a second. Did you just say your first girlfriend's name was Kevin? Did I hear that correctly? Kevin? And you were 18 and Kevin was 16 and then shit got weird? I think shit's already weird that her name's Kevin. But that's just me. Alright, man. Alright. Next question comes from Pikeville, Kentucky. They're asking, who's your first partner at the RPD?
For my first partner at RPD, well, we didn't really do partners. I guess if we were overstaffed, we would have people double up in a vehicle. But for the most part, I was on my own, as most everybody else is at the PD. When I started, I was on Bravo Platoon, Zone 4, District 8. Also in that zone with me was KB, who was District 2. We had Reedbone, he was District 4. Who else? Will Toman was in there with us. He was usually District 10. So that's where I started. I guess you could just say that we were all a Bravo Platoon Zone 4 team, headed by Sergeant Johnny B. Good times.
Well, that's kind of sad, Chris, because I, unlike you, remember our first time. I remember our first time. You were just getting ready to join the academy, had your little recruit outfit on. There was a guy who had been missing, and they thought he was in the Roanoke River. So they put this recruit named C.M. Hamilton with me. Always got the best ones for whatever reason. They really loved me on patrol. Anyway, me and you rode together. I remember talking to you, making some small chit-chat, trying to get to know you, because you was being the ass that you still are today. You said you was in the Canadian Army, and I said, this dude lies already. Canada ain't got no army. But apparently that's true, folks. They got an army. Who knew? Not sure what he did in the army, but anyway. Okay, Chris, we got a question from Statesville, North Carolina. Well, like I like to say, North Kakalaki. They want to know if you can tell us where you took your wife on your all's first date.
First date with my wife, it was pretty casual. We met each other. We were in Hershey, Pennsylvania. I remember we ate at Applebee's. It was fun. It wasn't anything too extravagant. It was pretty casual as we started off our relationship. But I guess that would be the first date, quote unquote, if you will.
Oh, that's sweet. Who thought you guys would still be together? Not me. But y'all know my situation. The basement is now called my apartment, supposedly. Alright, Hambone. We got a question from the greatest place on earth, Buchanan County, USA. They're asking, have you ever met Baby Ruth or Dr. Pepper?
Have I ever had a Baby Ruth or a Dr. Pepper? I've had the candy bar Baby Ruth. I've tried the drink Dr. Pepper. I don't like it too much. I have had a Dr. Ruth one time, best night of my life, but I wouldn't go sharing that with too many people.
You, my friend, need some help. All right, next question comes to us from Bristol, Tennessee. They want to know who your idol was growing up.
My idol growing up was actually Leif Garrett, one of the best singers of all time. I still get to see him every now and again on the World's Dumbest Criminals or whatever types of shows he's narrating or hosting. But he was a classic rock icon, still is to this day, and I just think he's the grooviest ever.
All right, our next question comes from the great state of Pennsylvania. They want to know if you can tell us a little bit about who inspired you to write your books. Because I know you've written 2 books, and I believe that 2 people's bought them.
Well, I got my inspiration to write books actually about 15 years ago. 16 years ago, was at a bar in Montreal. I actually met Stephen King, and I was able to sit down and have a couple of drinks with him, and we got to talk for about, probably a good 15-20 minutes. And he's the one that, kind of told me about his time growing up. When he was a young adult, he was working, he was married, he would do a full-time job, come home, and pretty much write all night, write about 3,000 words a night for his books. And that kind of inspired me to start writing my own books. Took a while, but finally got to it. All right, KB. Well, I certainly appreciated the questions from our viewers. I just want to thank everybody. I hope the answers I gave are good enough for you. If you have anything else that you want to know about either myself or KB, let us know. You got anything else, KB?